Hey guys, how's it going? Ultimus here again. I already tried this vlog once. Recorded the audio, forgot to record the video. Dang it. YouTuber noob fail number one. Gee. Hopefully this will be a better take though. Usually I'm really bad at these things after I've already said what I wanted to say and it's flowed like so genuinely trying to remember everything I said and wanted to say. Sometimes doesn't come across as well, so hopefully this works out. Though luckily I did have notes down. I got my little notepad thing over here on the side, and it's got my talking points down for me, so I wouldn't forget what I was actually talking about. So that's good. But man, it has been a kind of a crazy week. All the holiday stuff, New Year's stuff, wedding stuff has died down, so now we're somewhat back to normal now. But it's still been kind of a crazy past couple days because a couple of you know this. Not most of you do. I haven't really talked about this too much. I haven't really talked about too much my personal life on here. And if I have, it's just kind of happened to come up. It hasn't been something I've really paid too much attention to or drawn too much attention to. But I've been unemployed since February of 2012. February 3rd, 2012 is officially when I was let go of my last job. And ever since then, I've only had really like under the table type jobs with friends where they've given me some cash to come do some stuff for them or help them out. Obviously, legitimate stuff, nothing illegal or sketchy or dicey. But yeah, it's been rough. I'm not gonna lie. It's been doable, but it's been very rough. But yesterday, I had the first job interview I've had in a long time, and it actually went really, really well. Kind of how it came up and how it worked out was a local place that I go to on a regular basis and buy stuff from. Nutrition Zone, they're like a GNC vitamin shop type thing. They sell vitamins, multivitamins, different stuff like that, nutrition supplements, pre-workouts, post-workouts, amino acids, creatine, all the good stuff. And going there on a regular basis, and I'm kind of on a first name basis with a lot of the guys in there. And the manager was like, "Hey, dude, you should put your resume in. Let us know because we're hiring right now." I was like, "Yeah, you know what? I think I will. I mean, what have I got to lose?" So I filled it out, adjusted it appropriately, obviously, and it had been about 2 weeks since I put it in. I just kept checking back. Hey, any news? You know, just trying to be responsible with it and show them that I was at least serious about it. And you know, they're like, "No, we'll keep you posted. We keep you posted." And I was like, oh, "Okay, I've kind of heard that before." Wasn't really expecting too much to come from it, then kind of given up. But what ended up happening was 2 days ago I went into the shop just to kind of pick up some more quest bars for myself. And the topic of me and my workouts and where I train at came up. I got asked, you know, do I train at the local 24-hour fitness? And I actually said no. I do just about 90% of my workouts from home. I do have a gym membership. I told them, I was like, you know, but I rarely go. I'll go every once in a while when I feel like having a few more weights to work with than just what I have at my house. But for the most part, you know, I do 90 to 95% of my workouts at home. And they're like, that's kind of cool. And I was like, yeah, I'm just kind of shared with them my story. And then the topic of me losing weight came up, and I kind of forgot that they didn't really know my story and what happened and kind of where I came from with that. And so I showed them my before and after picture, and they just about lost their minds. It was pretty funny, actually. I'm so used to, you know, not being massive anymore that I forget that people don't know. I never really shared with you guys with either. I don't know. It's never really come up. It's never really been something I really shared. I don't know, because it was never pertinent or relevant to what was going on the channel. But so I don't know if that had anything to do with me getting a call back for an interview or anything at all. But later that day, I got a call asking if I could come in yesterday for a job interview. So I went in yesterday and got all dressed up like you're supposed to, right? Dressed for the job you want. And I went in, sat down, talked with him about 15 minutes. We, you know, talked about fitness, nutrition, customer service, all the stuff you'd expect to talk about. What was really cool, because he was really, really chill about it. He's like, you know, we feel like we know you really well anyways because I'm in there so much, but we just started talking about work and business side of things and stuff like that, and talked about previous employment. And let me know that he's going to interview a couple more people, but then they'd call me back by the end of the day to let me know one way or the other. So I was like, okay, that's fair enough. So I went home, did my thing. I think I started editing videos and stuff like that for the next day. And then 2 hours later, sure enough, I got a call back, and they was like, hey, man, we want to move forward with you. And within the next week or so, when our CEO is in town, we'll set up a second interview. And because I guess the CEO of the company, he likes to handle all the hiring himself. So what he does is when he's in the area, he actually handpicks and approves, you know, who will get Oh, please. I'm sorry. Oh, that was really awkward. He approves and he kind of, you know, handpicks the people that will be hired and working in his store. So that's kind of cool. Kind of scary, but kind of cool at the same time. Um, so within the next week or so, I should hear back from them on if, you know, I'm going to get the job or not, or at least when we're going to set up the interview with the CEO, and then I'll find out. So that's forthcoming. But I'm so pumped. I'm excited because a lot of the stuff it's not just a typical retail job where you're sitting in the store and helping people out and stuff like that, and you're sitting there all day. But a lot of it is learning as well, and you're constantly learning. Like the first couple of weeks, I guess, of my job would be doing a bunch of research and just learning and brushing up on my knowledge of all the different supplements, different vitamins, ingredients, and stuff that are in all these things, so I can be as educated and be able to give the most information to my customers possible. So a lot of it's stuff I already know, more or less. But it's really cool because it's not just like the surface level stuff. It's like a lot of the in-depth stuff, like why is creatine good for you? Well, because it affects your muscles on a cellular level, and how does that all work and stuff like that. So you can be as well educated to give the most informed answer to your customer. So I'm really pumped about that. It almost sounds like getting paid to go to school. So, and especially because this is kind of a topic I really enjoy, especially have really come to love and enjoy over the past couple of years. I'm pumped. And then not only that, but the job would also include going to events such as like mud runs or epic runs or different stuff like that, obstacle courses, things very similar like a Spartan race or different stuff like that if the opportunity arises. Going out and doing demos at shows and things like that, or even being able to do demos at gyms. So I'm kind of pumped. Like if this worked out, my first thought was, are you sure this is work? Because this sounds like fun to me. Like this is something I would do in my free time. So yeah, hopefully this works out, because I would be so pumped about it. I can't even express how awesome this opportunity would be. So fingers crossed, prayers being sent up, all that good stuff. And I'll keep you guys posted on that, of course. Which kind of leads me to, I think, some other stuff I want to share. Yeah, it's been a good week, because on top of that, I hit new personal records, personal bests on my push-pull routine for my workouts. My push-pull routine is a series of pull-ups and push-ups, where you'll start with like wide pull-ups, then you do standard push-ups, wide pull-ups, standard push-ups, then you'll take a minute break, and then you'll go do like chin-ups, military push-ups, chin-ups, military push-ups, minute break, close grip pull-ups, wide push-ups, close grip pull-ups, wide push-ups, minute break, and then you'll do switch grip pull-ups with staggered push-ups, and then you'll switch your arms around to the other side, and then you'll do, you know, another set of switch grip pull-ups and then staggered push-ups, and then you'll take a little bit of a break. I think it's like 15 to 20 seconds or so, maybe 30 seconds tops, and then you go do like a full like 3 minutes of burnout, where you're just doing one pull-up for every 3 push-ups you do, and so you're just blasting those out at the end, so your whole chest and your shoulders and your arms are just blasted by the time you're done. And my new personal record for all those was 20 pull-ups and 25 push-ups each time, without mid-set breaks until the very last set. I was so stoked about that. I couldn't believe it, because normally I'll have to take like a mid-set break, especially about halfway through. I'll take like a mid-set break, about maybe the 18 to 20 marker or whatever, and then I would finish it off with like the 24 or so that I would do. But this time I was able to bust them out a full set of 25 without mid-set break, so I was pumped from that. I mean, my arms were jelly, but I was pretty pumped from that, so I was stoked. And then later that night, when I went and did my second workout, was a round of yoga. I don't know how familiar you guys are with yoga and some of the poses you do, but a crow pose, where you're basically balancing yourself on your hands, and you've got your knees up to your triceps, and you're balancing yourself. Well, I've been practicing this for a while, and for the first time in a long time, I was about this close to getting a full handstand from crow pose. I couldn't quite get myself all the way up. My head was still resting on the ground, but I had my body perfectly, you know, aligned and stuff like that. So I'm working on now just getting my head up off the ground and fully balancing. So that's soon to come, hopefully. I might try it tonight, actually, because I got a round of yoga I'm going to try tonight as well. So we'll see. I'm kind of pumped about that. So all that within a couple of days has been a major morale boost to life right now. So that's been pretty exciting. Which I guess does lead me to something else I was thinking about. This stuff, like I said, never really came up before, because it never really seemed pertinent or relevant to the channel. But I'm thinking about mixing it up and adding some more variety to the channel. Gaming stuff as well as IRL fitness stuff, other things I'm interested in. I've had access to the Heroes of the Storm Alpha, but I never touched it just because with all the new stuff that was rolling out with WoW And now that WoW, Warlords of Draenor is live, of course, it's taken up a lot of time. So, but I'm in the beta still for Heroes of the Storm, so I might be checking some of that out, messing around with that. I'm not typically a big like MOBA game style fan, but Heroes of the Storm doesn't play like a MOBA in a sense. I know that's controversial to some people, sorry. But it's just different enough to me to want to check out. Plus, I love the character, so I'll probably be checking some of that out and posting some of that if you guys are interested in. Probably do it anyways, just because I'm interested in it. Hope you guys are too. But then also really been debating about doing possible fitness vlogs. Not every day, at least not for starters. It depends if they get popular enough. Maybe we'll do them every day. But for starters, maybe 1 or 2 a week, just kind of with a heavy emphasis on at-home workouts. Because I was hesitating to do them at all. I've been thinking about it for about a month now, but I've really been hesitating because I know there's a lot of those out there. And I just didn't really want to rehash stuff that's already been done, especially because I'm already, doing Warrior PvP content. Like, how many Warrior PvP channels are out there on YouTube? There's tons. I mean, there's ridiculous. I'm discovering new Warrior PvP channels every day for myself to check out. So, I mean, there's tons. I mean, I'm just another channel. And I didn't want to just do more fitness stuff, but I thought it might be kind of fun if you guys are interested in, and mostly because I'm really interested in it and I really love sharing it and I'm passionate about it. Tips for at-home workouts, how to make the most out of trying to work out at home with minimal equipment if you can. So that's something I might be interested in sharing with you guys, checking out. I had a friend of mine who was really like, dude, you should do it. And I was like, yeah. A good friend of mine, Zico, he shows up every once in a while on the channel, does some collabs with me. He's got his own channel. I've linked a couple times for you guys to check out. Zyto, also known as the Grunkle Spoon. He does a bunch of different gaming stuff. He's been a good friend of mine for a long time. He was like, yeah, dude, you should do like fitness vlogs. And so kind of hearing him bring it up without me ever kind of mentioning it, things like that, as far as something I was interested in, was kind of cool. So I'm definitely considering that. But maybe also just IRL stuff. I don't know. I feel like my life isn't all that interesting enough, or nothing really all that exciting happens too often to like justify sharing. So I don't know. Try it out. Like a lot of the stuff, I'm just kind of letting come out just so that I can hear what it sounds like, the ideas, and I'll decide if I like them or not. Because I think at the end, a lot of this is going to be just the content I'm interested in. I'm going to be posting, and hopefully the right people that are also interested in that stuff find the channel and can find a home here and just find another YouTube channel that they enjoy content from. So yeah, there's that. So a lot of stuff I've been thinking about. Hopefully something will happen with it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Definitely want to hear back from you guys. I value your opinions and just your 2 cents on stuff. I'm ended up just kind of doing what I'm doing anyways, but if everyone's like, no fitness vlogs, oh my gosh, please God don't, I might avoid it, but we'll see. But either way, I just love hearing from you guys and hearing what you think and some stuff, yeah. Definitely want to get more variety going on the channel, that's for sure. Not to abandon WoW. I mean, WoW is my main game. I'll probably be playing WoW until it goes offline. But just add some extra stuff in there. Be kind of cool. But I'm going to get going because I got, like I said, one more workout to bust through. Do some yoga, and then what I will do is probably hop on WoW and hopefully be able to cap my Death Knight tonight. I got a bunch of points I gotta catch up on. Hopefully get him his weapon tonight so he'll be set up better, and then just try to keep gearing him up, and then either do transmog stuff with him or continue to level up my paladin. Be good. I'm excited to get her all decked out. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for me. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.